from Boeing, the FAA, the NTSB, and Rolls-Royce in Kuala Lumpur at the
Yes,
moment.
yes.
Do you know if they have been engaged or have been made part of the initial investigations? And if not, normally, when would this phase occur? Would it be
Yeah.
at the initial stage? Would it be when the wreckage is found, or if the wreckage is found?
Yeah. In fact, all these people, the manufacturer of the aircraft, manufacturer of the engines and so on, they immediately come into play. The airlines will have to report to them that the accident occurs because they are equally interested. There could be a failure of certain parts of the aircraft or certain parts of the engine, and they will become a party. So they must know immediately upon the happening of the accident. That's part of the law. So I think in this case, they are already, they have started their own investigation.
And yet, nothing.
Ah.
Absolutely
Yes.
nothing. How
Yes.
is that possible in this day?
Yeah, I am also a bit puzzled in this because normally these people are experts. They have all the equipment. They have the facilities to do. They have not come out with anything tangible yet.
Nancy, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Imagine you are a hijacker.
Yes.
Do you think a Boeing 777, the kind that disappeared, can be tampered with, can be disengaged all its communications and made invisible to all detection devices, including satellites and radar?
Oh, this one I think with using force, using force. Of course, they can threaten the pilots and so on to disengage everything, using threat of death and things like this. That is possible. But how far can they go? That's a question.
So if you read enough spy thrillers and hostage-taking movies, and possibly these hijackers will learn a few things from there by watching all these movies and devising a hijacking method, very elaborate, that they have managed to hide the plane in plain sight.
Well, they must be real experts also in handling aircraft because it's not easy. Different aircraft have got different instruments. If they really concentrate on 777, they probably must be also expert in 777, must have learned a lot of things. Because even pilots on a Fokker friendship cannot go into the 777, he wouldn't know anything. So if somebody really target this one, they must have learned a lot of things about the 777, and it's very complex. You go into the cockpit, look at the instrument. I think it's quite complex.
So, again, if you eliminate every impossible scenarios, whatever left remaining, short of some claim that the plane disappeared into another dimension, hence all these charlatans like the bombers coming in, we have to seriously consider hijacking as the last remaining scenario.
Yeah, I do not rule out from the news that we receive. I do not rule out this hijacking thing. But the only thing is, we have to be realistic about it. If there is hijacking, where do they force the aircraft to land? And not many places you can land. If you land in the jungle, then you crash. Otherwise, you land in the sea, also a big problem. So either way, there are problems here.
Do you know if an accident investigation file has been opened by the Malaysian government or DCA?
Oh,
Currently, right now, what we're doing would be focusing on the search and rescue efforts, but the forensics or the investigation part has not been addressed right now. Would the authorities, if they haven't already done it already, open an accident investigation report?
Yeah, I would say so. because there are many things, because of the legal implications and so on. They probably are doing many things. The authorities are doing many things, but they cannot reveal to the public everything unless those things are certain. If things are still uncertain, they cannot inform the public. I'm sure they have the expertise in the organization, the police and so on. I'm sure they're doing their own investigation in a thorough manner.
Search and rescue. When was it initiated?
Here?
But the search and rescue would have started much as soon as they decided that the plane was missing, wasn't it? After 1:07 a.m. last sighting.
I wouldn't know the detail of this one because.
Through your experience, the Tanjung Kupang.
Oh, Tanjung Kupang and this one are two different scenarios. Tanjung Kupang, we knew the aircraft even while still flying where it was going. It was supposed to come to Kuala Lumpur, and then was forced to fly to Singapore. And then, of course, before reaching Singapore, there was a tussle between the pilots and the hijacker, and then they shot the two pilots. That's why it crashed in. So we knew immediately, upon the crash, we knew where it was. So we were already ready on the ground to go and do the investigation.
So for this case, when do you think they initiated?
Oh, I think here they knew almost immediately when they received no more message from the aircraft. They knew immediately. They probably had initiated that right from the beginning. But how they gather everybody, that one I wouldn't know because that is their